Okay, so I have never been one to get on the internet and talk about what anybody is doing with their kids because I've always felt like that's their business and I don't have to raise them, right? Let alone hop on the internet and make any comments. But I am telling y'all, this shit is getting out of hand, and I don't know whether or not I'm digging too deep, but I am hella triggered. So let me tell you what just triggered me. So I just left the beauty supply store, and I actually started to make this video in the beauty supply store parking lot, but I needed to like get my composure because I'm like, maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. But I was in the beauty supply store and I spotted two young ladies, or who I thought were two grown women, because I saw them from the back when I first came in. They literally had on the little leotard one piece one onesie things that like Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel Air had on, something like that, right? So I thought they were women. All right. But it wasn't until I ran into them on another aisle that I recognized, oh, one of them is a child. Now, initially, I'm thinking the child kind of looked like she was maybe 15, 16 tops. But I'm thinking,
First of all, let me say this, man. At the end of the day, I agree with her 100%. You know what I'm saying? Our kids is out of control, whether we want to admit it or not. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we all need to take the blame. Ain't no sense of pointing fingers at nobody. I mean, because at the end of the day, we all take part in it. You know what I'm saying? In most cases, you know what I'm saying. The reason why this behavior carry on ain't no man in the household. Because if it's a man in the household, a man ain't finna approve of his daughter going out dressing provocative. You know what I'm saying? Dressing like no hooker or no hoe in the street. He gonna nip that in the bud as soon as she get going. Any real man. And if it's a man out there that will accept that behavior, I'm sorry, but he a sad excuse as a man. And to the women that's raising their daughters to do this, you act like you don't know what, like it's evil in the world. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we could blame whoever. You know what I'm saying? But in most cases, the kids are with the women. You see what I'm saying? And when you with the woman, it's up to her to raise you up to be a woman. So when she raised you up and you start doing this behavior, what she talking about, at the end of the day, something going on with the parent. Obviously, the parent, the mother wasn't wrapped too tight. She wasn't on the ball like she was supposed to be, because at the end of the day, she would have nipped that shit in the bud a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing about we need men, and we ain't finna start doing that, because at the end of the day, a lot of us grew up without our fathers too. And guess what? My Duke no one going for that bullshit, bro. Straight up. It just is what it is. My did them, they was not going. When they said, it didn't matter if they weren't even going if your old lady was dressed like that in front of them. They'll tell her. You know what I'm saying? That's how serious they was about, hey, act like a woman at all times.
okay, why is this child dressed like this? And let me tell you, it wasn't just like a one piece. It was one of those one pieces that you would see in Shein or whatever you call it. It was like low cut like this, skin tight. In the back, it was like a big diamond cutout, low cut V. And you know how in the butt area, one pieces, they have like it scrunch it up in the butt to make your butt like lift. That's what she had on, right? All right, she clearly was with her TT or her mama. Like I assumed that it was her mama, right? So I had to be in the beauty supply store for maybe about 30 minutes. I ran into him probably 4 or 5 times. I lie to you not. Not once, not twice. About 3 times did I see 3 different men turn around and look at that little girl's behind, or I saw this one guy coming towards her, and he was like staring at her chest, like he just kept looking back, like he couldn't even pick his stuff up off the shelf because he was staring this child down. But this is the kicker. We get to the register. They were at the register before I got there. So I got behind them in line, and obviously it seemed like they knew the guy at the cash register or whatever. And I heard the mom say she got a birthday coming up, and she's getting her hair done this weekend. And so the guy at the cash register said,
So you mean to tell me you're the mother, and you with her, and she dressed like this? That's what I'm talking about, bro. We got to do a better job at raising the kids at the end of the day. See what I'm saying? Somebody got to take some accountability for that shit. And if your mother with you, that's your mother fault. At the end of the day, she wasn't never supposed to let you dot the door with that bullshit on. Because if she did, then guess what? That shows a lot about who she really is. At the end of the day, you failed as a parent. Whether you want to admit, I know nobody don't want nobody want to admit they failed as a parent, but guess what? You failed as one. Sorry, but it is what it is.
Well, how old are you turning? Y'all, why does kid say she gonna turn 13? 13. So essentially, this lady got her 12-year-old daughter out in public dressed like a grown-ass woman. And before y'all say these men shouldn't be looking at her, you're right. But at the same time, why are you serving up your child on a platter to the predator?
Facts.
Now, I understand that trends and fashions and things like that change. Got it. But just because they make it in your child's size don't mean it should be on their body.
Right.
One of the most low effort things that we could do as parents is to control what our kids are wearing. That's very low effort. And it wasn't just that incident that triggered me. Over the last week or so, I know it's getting hot outside, right? We in Texas. It's hella hot. It's been hot since early April. We preheating right now. But the amount of girls that I have seen in these biker booty shorts and sports bras out in public, and these girls are clearly still in damn middle school, it's just crazy to me. Y'all, these kids look like they about to clock in for their shift at the club as a bottle girl. So what made this even more triggering? Just the other week, a couple of weeks ago, a video came across my screen. I don't know if it was YouTube, Instagram, whatever. It came across my screen. And there was a reporter that was interviewing a convicted child molester, right? She asked him, how do you choose your victims? No lie, y'all. This man said he chooses his victims by a couple of things. But one of the most important things to him is how that child is dressed in public.
Wow.
Y'all hear me?
Same shit I said earlier. You open your child up to things like this, cuz, and this type of things happen. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And as sad as it may sound, you to blame for it because you allowed it. At the end of the day, the child don't know no better. 12 years old, you don't know nothing. I guarantee you don't know shit. You think you do. Your mind telling you that, and the behavior you looking at on the regular probably telling you that, but you don't know nothing at 12 years old. I'm so sorry. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
How that child is dressed in public, not from a standpoint of judging their socioeconomic status, but rather he said that he could tell by the character of the parent and whether or not they really cared, the parent really cared about the child, by how they was presented in public and how they was dressed. The other thing
I think we get the picture by now, cuz my thing is this though, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we gonna bring back like real women? You know what I'm saying? This wanna be I guess half naked here where you go like I you know, how much attention do you need at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? I believe if they didn't put restrictions on it, some of them would be walking around here asshole naked without nothing on. You know what I'm saying? Walking up the street just like this, like, where's the respect at for the kids? Where's the respect at, you know what I'm saying, in general? Obviously, somebody didn't forget who's the parent and who's the child because things like this just didn't happen back in the day. Like, this was like a no-go, a complete no-go. You know what I'm saying? So, back then they was raising women though to be women though. Like, I mean, what we raising the little girls to be now? Hoes? I mean, is that what we proud of? We proud of our little daughters and shit to be hoes? You know what I'm saying? You walking around and you got grown men lusting over kids. That's what we want to be proud of as parents. Come on, dog. We want to say we really doing our job as parents, and this is what's going on. Yeah, we failing tremendously, man. At the end of the day, we failing big. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to get it together. If not, like I said, cuz you can prepare for a wicked ass future. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.